Broadcasting from Hollywood, it's the official On Air with Brandon J podcast. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brandon. Welcome to On Air with Brandon J. I've got a new country artist. He has gone viral on the platform. Many people have TikTok, super relevant. Mr. Jarvis Redd. Jarvis, how are you today?
All is well, bro. What's going on, man? Feeling good, man, on this Sunday.
Man, everything is everything. Let's talk about your story. Like, to get shout outs from Chris Young, from Brett Young, from all these different people, Dustin Lynch, Tim McGraw. I know you got to be feeling like you're on cloud nine right now.
Hey, Cloud 21.
Cloud 21, right?
Yeah, man. Pretty much my story. I got a church background, been singing all my life. My grandfather was a pastor. My uncles are pastors. I was in ministry at one time, and singing has just been a big part of my life and my family. And I pretty much all the way up till I turned about 17, 18, I sung gospel music. And then I kind of went into R&B. And then after that, I started doing gospel music again, but I would dibble and dabble in country music. And the crazy thing with the country music, I'll tell you how that really came in. My stepdad, he's been a part of my life over 20 years, since I was 6. So I pretty much grew up with him, and he's from Mississippi. And
Okay.
as I got older as a kid, a teenager, I got fascinated by the sound of the accent. So I would get in trouble a lot because I would pretty much try to mimic him and sound like him and kind of like, mock him a little bit.
Right.
And man, just because I just love how, that Southern accent sound. So I pretty much I just incorporated it, man, in my music. And I love the storytelling and, just the heartfelt songs. And I just love it, man. So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing.
Well, you're originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay. Speaking
Milwaukee,
of
born and
somebody that's
raised.
from the South, I'm originally from South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised. And so
Nice.
I understand the true essence of what makes real, authentic country music. But to be able
Yes,
to
indeed.
set a precedent, a specific tone coming out of Milwaukee, right? And you've caught the attention of all these major country music superstars. That's very impressive.
I never expected it. I promise you, bro. Like literally, the first time I got on TikTok was in at the end of 2020
Right.
in December, and I think I had about maybe at that time I had about maybe 27 followers, and I put up a video, and I think I got about 3 views, and then I put up another one, and I got like 5, and I said, man, I'm done with this. So for 6 months, I didn't touch TikTok. Come around 2021, and in June of 2021, I end up doing another TikTok. So I got about 100 views. So I said, okay, I got me a little audience here. All right, 100 is better than
Get a little
three.
bit of traction. I see
A little
you.
traction going on.
Right.
So man, the next day I end up putting up a TikTok of a song called "Your Mind Still" by Young Blue, and I
Uh-huh.
flipped it, and it kind of like made it country. And man, I end up overnight, I end up gaining 100,000 views on that video and 10,000 followers overnight. I said they gave the right person a platform.
There you go. I mean, only God is capable of doing something like
That's
that.
it, bro. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Are you serious? What?" And then when it comes to like the legends and the icons, I was like, literally, my mind was blown, bro, because I do so many covers, and I don't look for any, celebrities to give me feedback or comment on. I don't expect that. As long as people see it, I'm happy. But when Tim McGraw, oh my God, when Tim McGraw commented and did a duet reaction video, I promise to God, bro, I felt like I was dreaming. I said, it's crazy. I said,
Yeah.
what? Are you serious? It's crazy, bro.
Talking about major artists, Jarvis, if there's a major artist you could collaborate with in the near future, who would it be and why?
Uh, Honestly, right now, are we talking like the all-time favorites or the country artists right now, or any artist, or
I mean, just artists right now. Like if there's somebody you could collaborate with, because I see, Brandy Norwood, shout out to Brandy, shout out to Ray J. I see Brandy shouted you out in all these other outside of country music, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be in country music, but if there's a
okay?
unique collaboration that Jarvis Redd could say, oh, you know what, I need to do a collaboration with them, who would it be and why?
Honestly, bro, right now, if I could do a collaboration with any country artist right now, bro, it would have to be hands down Tim McGraw, bro. It would have
Right.
to be hands down. Because of the fact that, see, I'm real big on character and, just how a person carries themselves. And, you can be talented, you can be a legend, you can have all these different accolades, but for me, it all boils down to the person. And, for somebody as gifted Tim has literally one of the craziest vocal tones in country music, period, to me. That's one of my all-time
I
favorites.
remember, Jarvis, when Nelly did a song with Tim McGraw, the first time a hip hop recording artist did a song in country music, all in my head. I can't remember the
Oh,
exact. I mean, brilliant, and that was Tim
oh
McGraw.
my God, bro. It went through the wall because people
Yeah,
weren't expecting those kind of, collabs. So hands down, man, for me, just for, somebody of that status to, look down at little old me and tell me, it's discerning to hear somebody sing your song better than you. That just shows the humility and the humbleness inside of them. So I'm like, I have to get in the studio with this guy, and like, we got to do a song together.
absolutely. I think that would be a great collaboration, Jarvis. If there's
Yes, indeed.
any advice that you can give to those people out there, those artists trying to make a dent on social media, especially TikTok, what advice would you give them?
The best advice that I could give you literally is find something that you like to do. Find something uh, uh, that you're good at. Like, as far as whatever genre, it could be hip hop, it could be electronic, it could be country, it could be R&B, whatever it is. But stick to that. You want to make sure you stick to it, and above all, you want to make sure you master it. Make sure you're good at it. Make sure it sounds good so other people can like it and relate to it, and constantly drop content back to back. You have to be consistent with it, because I'm telling you, I'm a living witness. You can literally go from 20 followers to 10,000 overnight. It's just about giving good content and being consistent with it. Never give up, because I'm telling you, all it takes is one video to take you from here all the way up to there.
Speaking of the consistency of content, do you think there's a designated right time that you should upload material?
Honestly, I usually post around from anywhere. What works for me, I post from anywhere between 12 and 9 o'clock. My hot spot for me, like, you got to look at your analytics too. You kind of have to test it out. I'll test out posting the video at 1 o'clock and see what it does, and test out something at 3. But for me, my hot spot is I like to post at 5 o'clock. Nowhere, nowhere after 9, and nowhere before 12 in the afternoon. Yeah, for me. But it's weird. TikTok is crazy, man. You got people posting at 3 in the morning is going viral. So some stuff I just I
It's
don't
because
know,
it's
man.
such a
It's crazy.
huge presence globally online. So like when we're asleep, knocked out,
Yeah,
they're up there posting overseas.
man, dude, what did they say? I think it's like over a billion active users.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Crazy.
Speaking of social media, I just want to get your thoughts because I haven't asked this question yet here on the podcast. Okay. What do you think of the whole Twitter blue thing with uh Elon Musk with the verification process, and then he got a bunch of backlash for firing different employees? What was your thought on that, man?
Hey, honestly, you shine a little light on it, man. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm living under a rock, man. They be having all this new news, and I don't hear nothing about it. What happened? I didn't hear about it.
Basically, people were talking about former Twitter employees forcing people to pay like over 15,000 USD to get verified on Twitter. And Elon's like, you shouldn't have to do all that. You should be able to pay
crazy. That's not, man.
a
That
fee of
sounds ridiculous.
$8 a month and get the same
sounds
Twitter
ridiculous,
Blue
man.
privileges,
Come on, man.
but
You're already
actually
making
comes with
enough
with a
money.
blue check.
Yeah, that's honestly, bro. To me, it just sounds like them. It sounds like greed to me. Sounds like they just want to make more money, man, and make it harder for little people like me.
There it is, man. Hey, Jarvis, speaking of TikTok and the buzz, and congrats on all of the success that you've had thus far.
Appreciate it, brother.
What is your handle, your TikTok handle on TikTok? Where can people follow you on TikTok?
Oh, you can find me on all socials at Jarvis Redd, Jarvis, last name Redd, Redd. That's all together, Jarvis Redd.
Hey, Jarvis, I have one last question for you, sir. What is it like working with a professional of the status quo as Mr. Tony Mercedes? Because, I had an opportunity to interview Tony and his daughter, Roxanne Luciano, a few months ago here on the podcast. And the fact that he was involved, where they sampled in Ed Sheeran's Shape of You, they sampled from No Scrubs TLC. And so he's been such a pioneer in music publishing. What's it been like working with him, man?
Tony, man, is literally one of the kindest, genius, authentic, man, humble, iconic, legend guys I ever met, man. And Tony is literally like this. It doesn't matter where you are in your journey or your career. If he sees talent in you, Tony's going to give it everything he has to make sure you get the recognition that you're supposed to get. So, honestly, when I met Tony, I met him through Facebook, man. And I feel like, man, God literally just, he sent him towards my way, because I was stuck for a long time, writing for a lot of independent artists and, not making some money, but nothing life-changing. But yeah, I was just stuck for a long time, man. When I met Tony, man, he just opened up doors that, man, I thought were always going to be locked for me, because I was doing music so long and nothing was happening. Tony just put me right in the game, and I'm thankful for him, man.
That is awesome, man. Congrats
yes,
on all of the things that you've been able to accomplish. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're doing next. As always, I will see you in Nashville very soon, my friend.
Yes, sir, bro.
Jarvis Redd right here on Air with Brandon J. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to On Air with Brandon J. Follow on Instagram at I am Brandon J.